Scrappers, this is Megan, and I am back with a fun new series. So for this one, we are calling it Inspired By, and I believe it was Christina from her name here on YouTube is Christina Sorge. She came up with it and invited a bunch of us to kind of do it with her, and I am super excited to be doing this. So this week we are being inspired by hobbies other than scrapbooking. And so I used to be a seamstress. I used to sew a lot of things, clothing, I don't even know, just so many things. And I kind of got away from it when I really started getting back into scrapbooking. And it makes me sad sometimes because I'm still subscribed to a lot of blogs that are people that do sewing. I feel weird saying seamstress, but I mean, that's what they're called. Anyway, so I decided this week to be inspired by sewing. So I haven't really been scrapbooking much because my mojo is kind of gone, which is just super sad because I love scrapbooking, but it's like I have recently gotten into a new series, a book that I'm reading, and so I find myself really wanting to read instead of scrapbook, and I never, like, I don't usually do that. Usually I want to scrapbook more than read. So it's kind of sad when you go through these ruts. But anyway, so back to the layout. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, okay, maybe not. Sorry about that. So here you can see I am using twine, which I know isn't what you use to sew, like with a sewing machine, the kind of sewing I used to do. But it still kind of applies to the idea. And I got my inspiration also from I was just looking on Pinterest. I'm sorry, it's kind of been a long day. Pinterest, just for some ideas because I, am having problems with my mojo, and I came across this layout, and you will have already seen it, and I am going to use it kind of just as a jumping off point, and then I totally make this layout my own. So the original layout I think was like 8.5 by 11, but I am going to do a 12 by 12 page. And here you can see I am just layering behind the photo. I was trying to incorporate this into a paper issues challenge as well. They have a challenge this month to use 3 4x6 pieces of paper, as well as a couple other random sized pieces of paper. And so I was trying to make this layout work, but it wasn't working. I have been having such a hard time trying to do that challenge. I've tried like 3 different layouts to make it work, but it just isn't working. But it's okay. I'll get it done. Okay, so now here you can see I am inking the edges, and I really wanted the ink to kind of help the papers stand out. Lately, I've been using a lot of Close to My Heart Slate, which is a gray color, and it's a nice accent, but it doesn't really always help things like the papers to stand out. So I decided to use Close to My Heart Sapphire, which is a nice blue. It's like a bright kind of, if navy could be bright, that's what it looks like. It's like a bright blue. And so it just kind of brings a little bit of pop to each one of the layers. Now here I knew I wanted to add a little bit of a bigger layer, and I had just bought this pack of just solid papers, and it is from the BU collection, or just BU I think is what it's called, from Echo Park, I believe. And I got that when I was down in Utah. I got it from a store called Heartfelt Hobby and Crafts, I believe is what it's called. And also, if you didn't know, I went to the Scrap Gals retreat at the end of April, and I have been slowly trying to work on all of the videos. I have a vlog, and then I also have a couple haul videos and things that I want to post up. So I apologize that I haven't gotten that done. Life has been super crazy since I got back, so please just bear with me. I will eventually get those videos up, and I haven't even really posted anything online and it makes me super sad. But I really don't have a whole lot of time to do anything these days. Here you can see I decided to pop my photo up on some 3D tape. And now I'm just going to use this alpha. And so this photo, a little bit behind it, is from Easter. And you can see this is my youngest son, Tinian. He is carrying his Easter basket in his hand and he's running towards that tree. But this story is actually not going to be about it being Easter at all. I will include it, around the same time. I'll have it in with Easter photos, but I kind of wanted to focus on something different. And if you can't tell by the name of my title, it is his hair. My husband and I don't even know how or when it came about, but we started growing Tinian's hair out when he was young. I think we just didn't cut it and didn't cut it and didn't cut it. And we were like, oh, this is cute. Let's keep doing this. And we get a lot of grief from people. Like, why don't you cut his hair? Like, he looks like a girl. And I'm just kind of like, what does it matter to you? I don't know. It just kind of bothers me when people are like telling me what to do with my kid. And he looks super cute this way anyway. So I don't know why it bugs people so much. Mainly it's just my mother and my mother-in-law that it bugs, and they talk about it all the time. So here you can see I'm doing a little bit of embellishing, and I really, really, really love how this layout turned out. I'm actually not all the way completely done with it because I want to do printed journaling and my printer is broken. And I'm not cool and I don't have a typewriter, which makes me super sad. So I think what I'm going to do, just so that you guys can get an idea of what it's going to look like, is I'm just going to cut up strips the size of, of how big the lines are going to be, so that you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So here you can see I have these old stickers. These are from like 2014 or 15. I can't even remember, but they're old. And I was thinking about putting that word dreamy right there because I just felt like it needed something more right to the left of that flower in the bottom right hand corner of the photo. But the word dreamy is black and there's no black on this layout. So I just realized, that just kind of brings in another color and I don't want it. Like, I like the light, airy, pretty feeling that you get from this layout. Okay, so now here I'm just going through a bunch of buttons and enamel dots and trying to figure out if I want to do any more embellishing. I bought a bunch of packs, old ephemera packs from the American Crafts Warehouse, and I just kind of stuck them all together in here. I wasn't keeping them separated out by manufacturer or anything like that. I just kind of stuck them all together in hopes that it would help me use them better and more. Because I'm really bad about buying stuff and then not using it and just putting it away. Okay, so here I keep going back and forth between that orange flower and then that yellow flower. And I liked the orange flower that's at the top that I do not have in my hand. But I decided to go with this yellow one, even though it kind of doesn't even really stand out. But I just liked it better than that orange. It's like an orangish red. Okay, so now here I am cutting up some more tape, 3D tape. Because I did pop that photo up, I am having to kind of, I don't even know, like figure out where to place the tape so that it stands up in the right places, if that makes sense. I'm sorry. It is only 9:30 and it has been such a long day today. I went on a 5-mile bike ride with my son's 5th grade, like the whole 5th grade from his class, and then I also had to go to, 2.5 hours of baseball tonight, and I am just so dead tired. So I apologize. And my allergies are super crazy right now because of being outside for so long. So I apologize for all of this sniffling and everything. I hope that you can forgive me. So here now you can see I'm just putting all of these elements and layers together. I really liked this tag, and this tag is also old. I think that came in a Click Kits kit from like 2015, so it's pretty old. Again, I'm sorry. I feel so bad every time I sniff, but I really don't want to eat my snot, so please forgive me. Okay, so now I have this cluster all glued down, and I am really loving how this layout is turning out. I wasn't quite sure what to think because I didn't want to copy the inspiration piece layout that I got from Pinterest, but I did kind of take the idea and make it my own. So the twine is really the only thing, and my video is going to stop here and cut off, and I apologize about that. Like I said, my life has just been so crazy and I just have not had time. So I will show you photos of the finished layout, but I just didn't get back on and actually record as I was finishing the layout. So I'm so sorry about that, and I hope that you will make sure to go and visit the other ladies. I will have all of their links down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye!